HP have released their EliteBook 865 as a successor to the 855 G8. New AMD Ryzen 6000 processors, 16-inch 16x10 aspect ratio display options, 5-megapixel webcam, and the clickpoint in the 855 has been removed in favour of a larger glass clickpad. Is it enough to beat the competition in this crowded market? Let's find out. The 865 G9 has an all-silver finish, only broken by the thin black display bezels. The chassis is slightly larger to accommodate the new 16-inch display, more on that later. Starting at 1.74 kilograms or 3.84 pounds, the 865 feels weighty in a solid way. You can hold it in one hand, but there are lighter laptops in this category out there. There's hardly any flex on the keyboard deck and display frame thanks to the aluminium chassis. The top of the lid has modest movement when pressed on, but still offers excellent protection to the screen. Overall, build quality is up there with the best premium business laptops. To open the bottom cover, loosen the 5 Phillips captive screws and pry open. There are 2 SODIMM slots for memory up to 64GB of DDR5. A single PCIe Gen4x4 M.2 SSD slot is available for storage up to 2TB. The 51.3 Wh battery is removable, as well as the Wi-Fi card and optional 4G LTE WLAN card. This review model has a 16-inch WUXGA display with a 1920x1200 resolution. Brightness is rated at 250 nits with a 45% NTSC color space coverage. In layman terms, this display is fine for indoor everyday use, but not suitable for professional video and image editing. Viewing angles are excellent thanks to the IPS panel. Outdoors, the weakness of low brightness shows up. If you use it outdoors, keep it in the shade to make it readable. The matte anti-glare coating keeps reflections down. The display uses a single hinge to open and close the lid. The screen will open almost to 180 degrees flat, giving ample viewing flexibility. Tip: go for the 400 nits 100% sRGB display panel model if you can get it. Don't go for the SureView Reflect 1000 nits model unless you really need this privacy feature. On the left side we have a HDMI 2.0 port, a super speed USB Type-A 5GB per second signaling rate with charging, 2 USB 4 Type-C 40GB per second signaling rate, USB power delivery DisplayPort 1.4 and a smart card reader. On the right we have a stereo headphone microphone combo jack, a super speed USB Type-A 5GB per second port, nano Kensington lock and an optional 5G SIM slot. The wireless card inside is a Realtek RTL 8852AE Wi-Fi 6 2x2 and Bluetooth 5.2 combo. Wireless connectivity is excellent with no dropouts, and the Bluetooth works perfectly with a speaker or mouse. The HP Premium keyboard is spill resistant, 2-level backlighting with numeric keypad. The keys are well spaced out and have a good tactile feel. Touch typists will be at home with this excellent keyboard. The F12 key brings up the My HP app, where you can customize the key to launch an app, website or open a file or folder. The larger glass clickpad in the G9 is thanks to HP removing the clickpoint nib and buttons from the G8 models. The touchpad has multi-touch gesture support and has a smooth glide action. The integrated mouse buttons have good tactile feedback. The buttons are not too noisy during daily use. Audio is tuned by Bang & Olufsen with dual stereo speakers now located underneath the keyboard deck instead of above the keyboard on top with the previous G8 model. The speakers are loud under high volume with clear mids and highs, but due to the positioning underneath the chassis, sound is a little more muted than previous models, plus bass is lacking on the G9. Thanks to the dual array world-facing microphones and the new 5-megapixel privacy camera, video quality is vastly improved over the previous 720p webcam. If you make a lot of video calls on Teams or Zoom, you can happily use this 1080p webcam. There's face tracking and auto framing to keep you in focus and looking beautiful in front of your colleagues. This review model has an AMD Ryzen 7 Pro 7850U up to 4.7 GHz max boost clock, 16MB of L3 cache, 8 cores, 16 threads. TDP is rated at 15 watts, along with 16GB of DDR5 4800 memory and a 512GB PCIe Gen4x4 NVMe M.2 SSD. The 6850U breezes through anything thrown at it for the target business user market. Performance was excellent throughout testing. The CPU sits just below the Intel i9-11950H and the Intel i7-1260P in general benchmarking scores. Talking of benchmarking, our test scores show excellent results. Cinebench R23 testing produced a score of 9,745 multi-core and 1,463 in single-core. 3D Mark TimeSpy results came in with an overall score of 1,623, CPU score of 6,984 and a graphics score of 1,430. 3D Mark TimeSpy Extreme overall came in at 755, graphics score of 665 and CPU score of 3,365. PC Mark 10 had an overall score of 5,634. Geekbench 5.4.5 CPU test gave a multi-core score of 7,113 and 1,427 single-core, while the compute test gave a score of 22,795 points. Superposition resulted in a score of 2,775. Tip: you will get better results with dual channel memory rather than single channel on this review model. Here's a comparison with the Lenovo ThinkPad Z13 that has similar hardware specs. The fan stays whisper quiet most of the time, but there is a strange pulsating on and off with the fan on balance mode when surfing or working on a document. The G9 never broke into a sweat with heat, maxing out under 36 Celsius or 97 Fahrenheit when running 3D benchmarking tests. One laptop you can work on your lap with at the airport lounge. Inside the 865 is the AMD Radeon 680M graphics. It offers all 12 CUs, 768 shaders, and uses the RDNA2 architecture. Clock speed is around 2.4 GHz. As the iGPU uses the shared main memory, a dual channel memory configuration will eke out more performance. The AMD Radeon 680M sits just below the Quattro RTX 3000 Max-Q and above the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 Max-Q. The 680M will offer some after-hours gaming but stick to older titles. Cyberpunk 2077 will run, but only on low settings. Anything more and it will struggle. Older titles like Raid Shadow Legends will happily run in smooth frame rates, and basic games like Sniper Fury will run in high settings without any issues. Definitely not a laptop for hardcore gaming. HP have an abundance of security features in the 865. Bundled in is HP Wolf Security Business Edition, offering security protection against malware and viruses. On the hardware front, we have the usual fingerprint sensor, webcam privacy shutter, TPM security encryption chip, Windows Hello authentication with the webcam IR sensor, and a smart card reader. The 865G9 has a HP Long Life 3-cell 51.3 Wh lithium battery inside. In real-world usage, battery life came in around 6 to 8 hours on average. Heavy office workload is around 6 hours. During light usage like video playback or web surfing, battery life died after about 12 to 13 hours. Both USB-C ports can be used for charging with a 65-watt USB Type-C adapter. Rapid charging is also available. Expect to fully charge in under 2 hours. The good, the bad, and the really bad. Amazing AMD. The Ryzen 7 Pro 6850U breezes through office tasks with ease. It's a perfect combination of power and decent battery life that you want in a business laptop. USB 4. It's good to finally see USB 4 40GB/s ports on a premium AMD-based laptop. In the past, if you wanted Thunderbolt ports, you had to choose Intel-powered laptops. Not anymore. Excellent keyboard. The 865 keys have a satisfying amount of travel, giving a fantastic typing action that you can happily use for long hours, especially if you have a tight report deadline to meet. No Ethernet. On one hand, the 865 has plenty of ports including 2 superfast USB 4. However, if you find that your office or home office Wi-Fi is not up to scratch, there's no Ethernet port to plug into. You'll need to purchase a USB-C docking station or adapter to get around this. Reduced warranty. HP have quietly reduced the EliteBook warranty from the usual 3 years to 1 year in the G9 range. Naughty, as it was a good selling point against its cheaper cousins, the ProBook range. Dim display. You have to question late 2022 why manufacturers like HP still use cheap panels with 250 nits brightness on premium laptops. It's good enough for indoor usage, but if you're near a sunny window or need to take it outside, it won't be as readable. Suspect build quality. During testing, we had 4 identical 865 laptops. One had a manufacturer defect from the moment it was taken out of the box, a broken left-hand control key. This was replaced under the warranty. If you were in the market for a 16-inch business laptop, what other laptops would you be looking at? In no particular order, here are some to consider. Dell Vostro 7620, Apple MacBook Pro 16, MSI Prestige 16 Evo, Asus ExpertBook B5 OLED, Lenovo ThinkPad T16 Gen 1 AMD. The EliteBook 865G9 has all the hallmarks of a great business laptop. An awesome AMD processor that delivers top performance but also gives great battery life as well. The 8650U APU stays silent and cool running. There's an excellent keyboard and generous touchpad for all-day comfortable usage. If Teams or Zoom's meeting is your thing, the 1080p webcam with auto-framing and sensitive microphones will be a bonus. Upgradability is a strong feature of the 865 with dual memory slots, M.2 SSD slot and WLAN card. The new 16-inch 16x10 display is practical to work on, but won't give you a colour accurate or bright screen. Go for the brighter 400 nits and 100% sRGB model if you can. The downgraded 1-year warranty from the usual 3 is stingy from HP, considering the premium pricing and competitors still offering 3-year warranties. If you can grab yourself one of the monthly deals, the HP EliteBook 865G9 is a powerful business laptop at the top of its class. What do you guys think? Leave your comments and discuss below. Hope you guys enjoyed the review of the HP EliteBook 865G9 laptop. Please click on the like button if you enjoyed this review video and subscribe if you would like to watch more of our tech videos. Thanks for watching. Cheers.